We're at Sheboygan South High School where tonight the Red Wings host the Bayport Pirates. Hello everybody, alongside the coach Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin. Bayport comes in with a 1-0 record. They beat North last week 62-6. South comes in with an 0-1 record. They lost to Notre Dame 40-0. Chris, looking at the teams from the sideline, it does not look good for South tonight.
No, a tall task. We got the 8th-ranked Bayport Pirates in town here, and perennial powerhouse. And you got a young Sheboygan South team. Yes, you have 13 seniors, but you got an offensive line that's relatively young, putting things together. And I think in a game like this, what you want to do is continue to get better. Obviously, it's a tall task to win this game, but that's why they play the game. But something you want to do is to continue and to improve on your season, and I think that's what Coach Jason Harder and his staff would like to see tonight.
One of the things that impressed both of us as we looked through the Bayport roster is the number of juniors on the team that are going to play significantly tonight. The Pirates definitely are not senior laden. I mean, they've got some good senior players, but they depend a lot on the juniors.
Yeah, and we are looking too, Marty, especially up front and some of their linebacker situations. So some of their key, big players are, like you mentioned, important role players in this game. And definitely a giant size difference between the two squads. I mean, holy cow, the size of these guys. And we'll talk about that for Bayport as the game progresses. But just incredible size. By a program I've mentioned before has been a perennial power, not only in this conference but in the state.
One of the other things that is working against South is they are missing a couple of key players, Luis Torres and Josh Govek. And Chris, of course, right away on the sideline. Geez, I hope Govek's ready for basketball.
Yeah, and I'll talk about Josh in a little bit. I got to talk to his dad and kind of explain his scenario because, of course, he's so critical to the basketball program here as well.
Austin Heim does the kicking for the Pirates. And kick goes back to the 6-yard line. And gets it up to about the 23. That was Lars Krugel. South will have it 1st and 10.
And again, we mentioned the youth for Bayport, but as I also mentioned, the youth up front for South, their entire offensive line, all juniors and sophomores, which should bode well for not only the future this year, but next year as well. The more they get snaps under their belt and hit that weight room, the better they'll be.
Colin, handoff inside. Trey Klessig was the quarterback that time. Short game.
And
actually a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, trying to go up the middle is going to be rough. We've already mentioned that Bayport's big, and it starts right up front with Josue Ramirez. He's a junior, 6'2", 370 pounds. He'll be number 79, and he'll be in your whole screen.
Pass to the outside is complete to Colin Brennan. A gain of about 6 or 7 yards.
Nice pitch and catch, Klessing to Colin Brennan.
I think at about a 5-yard gain, it's going to be 3rd down and about 7.
Brennan did some catching, I know, in the spring for the Red Wings.
Roll to the right, cuts it back. Brennan finds a bit of an opening and depends on the spot. He's very close to the 1st down.
Yeah, Trey Klessing just took it under and saw the gap, and there's an injured Bayport player on the field. But great decision by Trey Klessing, also a big baseball player. 6 foot, 140-pound senior, number 2. And out of respect, the Red Wings take a knee. Seen a lot of good things so far, Marty. I know that first run didn't go for a positive yardage, but it looked like there's a tiny hole there and a nice little pitch and catch, and again, good decision there by Trey Klessing. Those are the positive things that, like I said, the coaching staff here at South would like to see by their Red Wings.
We're operating up here with one arm tied behind our back. Our monitor is not working. And Robert Ingram may keep us on the air the whole time, Chris, because if we went to a break, we wouldn't know when we came back or when we went out. Also on the crew tonight, Richard Bartson running the top camera and Greg Zablocki running the field camera. Like I mentioned earlier, Chris Wright doing the color, and I'm Mike Martin doing the play-by-play. South is operating from just inside the 35-yard line with a 1st and 10. Good run by Trey Klessig. Little pitch out. That's not going to go anywhere. It'll lose a yard or so.
I think it was Jackson Wolf on the pitch, but Marty, he got swallowed up by big, large white jerseys. It's tough to see him in there.
Yeah, really. Give him a loss of 1. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Oh, nice sidearm pass. Making the catch and running out of bounds is Elliot Pethon. Good pass and catch there, Chris. First and 10 for South. They've got it at the 47-yard line. Fake handoff inside to Jackson. Klessig keeps it, and he runs for about 5 yards.
Gotta like the drive, Marty.
Klessig on a nice run inside, was able to avoid the traffic. Inside handoff to Jackson. He gets pushed back. Got back to the line of scrimmage, but that was it.
Well, they keep trying to feed that middle, which is okay, Marty. You got to keep working it. Maybe, just maybe, that'll keep those linebackers a little tighter.
Well, we've got a break in the action. Let me just go down the starting offensive line for Sheboygan South. Number 66 is Owen Case, 6-foot junior, goes 270. Number 68, Jesus Castaneda. He's a 5'11", 206-pound sophomore, Chris. 72 is Nicholas Bennett, 5'9", 238-pound junior. Kalen Buchner, number 76, is a 6'2", 220-pound junior. And Lane Thompson, 5'11", 310-pound sophomore, number 77. Got some size in that line, Chris. Klessig rolling, sidearm throw, wide receiver coming back, but not able to make the catch was Colin Brennan.
Running out of real estate, Marty, just no place to squeeze that in there. And a very positive, opening drive. Got a couple first downs, kind of flipped the field a little bit. Got to be very happy about that. And good positive remarks from the coaching staff as the Red Wings come off the field. Our first punt, Marty.
Pretty good snap. Kick is away. He got hammered. No flag down by the official.
And
why
he's
not?
down.
Come on.
He is seriously.
Boy, oh boy. We got to see that again, Robert. Get it back to when the snap is made and how he's hit and why there's no flag. He just got blistered.
Yep, right in front of the official.
Now, the one thing is if they got a hand on the ball, then they wouldn't be a penalty. It's going to be 1st and 10. Bayport's got it on about the 32-yard line.
That was Colin Brennan on the punt.
Jake Plummer.
Well, we saw Jake Plummer a year ago. He's good, real good. And he's got a big offensive line in front of him.
First carry goes to Matt Grzybowski. Picks up 5 on that carry. He was not one of their main ball handlers when we were talking to Chris Learman, one of the assistants. He gave us quite a bit of information. Good cutback by Gash. And he's still on his feet. Barrels up to about the 47-yard line. Isaiah Gash, Dad is pretty famous there, Chris.
Yeah, Sam Gash. I believe he played with the 49ers. Coaching staff up in Green Bay. Now, that was a nice, safe pass, Marty. I always like that. If it doesn't matter if it's the pros or college, nice little pass out in the flat, just like that. Let Gash do his work.
He cuts it back and, again, gets good yardage. Last week, Plummer was 3 for 3 passing. He's already got 2 in here in the first quarter, both of them to Gash.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2nd and 1. Man in motion. Plummer has his man. Big tight end making the catch was Cole Weber, and he's still on his feet, barreling down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's one of the juniors that Marty's mentioned. Gash, a junior, Weber, a junior. Using those junior weapons that Marty mentioned that Bayport has. Bayport currently ranked number 8 in Division I. We'll talk about a little Division I stuff later as well as that report on Josh Golback.
Gash gets upended after a nice gain.
He's really quick to the hole, Marty.
Yeah, really. Going to be 2nd and about 6. Fake handoff. 41 again, gets knocked down right at the 20.
A little slower getting up this time. Good hit there by Pethon. Elliot Pethon, number 42, 5'7" junior. Lots of juniors on this South team as well. Mentioned that earlier.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 2. Gash again up the middle. He's inside the 20, down to about the 16 or 17 or 18-yard line. We'll have to see about the spot, but it's going to be close. I think he's got the 1st down, Chris. I got a feeling if they don't have it, they're going to be going for it on 4th down.
Young man dropped his mouthpiece as he came in. Jacob Nagel.
Big fullback shifting over is Garrett. And on the carry was Gash, and he got the 1st down.
Well, it looked like South got the penetration. It just couldn't make the stop, Marty. He followed that big fullback there. I think it was number 45, Colton Gaith.
Ball spotted right on the 15-yard line. Fumble. Plummer picks it up, spins off a one tackler, and then he's knocked back into the backfield. It's going to be a loss on that play.
Well, and again, South with good penetration past that big beast of a line.
Loss of 3 on the play. Handoff to Gash right in the middle. Picks up some positive yardage, not much. Good defensive stand that time by South. One of the defenders in there was Jesus Castaneda and also Lane Thompson. Ball spotted on the 16-yard line. Third down and 11. Two wide receivers split out. Here, Lindquist is one. He caught 3 passes last week. The other is Poggle, and the pass is a little bit low to Poggle. It's incomplete.
Man, that wasn't a good throw. He's got a pretty good arm. That one was a wobbler. Set up a 4th and 11.
And it looks like they're going to go for it, huh?
All right, come on, boys.
Cody Lindquist split out wide to the right. Poggle down here to the left. Plummer in the shotgun rolls out. He's got his wide receiver for the first down. That was easy. Boy, he was wide open inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, Lindquist was wide open there.
Spotted at the 2. First and goal. Handoff to Gash. He leaps and is hit before the end zone and was stopped. Good play that time by the South defense. Give Gash a 1-yard gain. He's got a lot of carries here in this first quarter, Chris. Gash, alongside him is the quarterback, Plummer. Plummer keeps it and untouched into the end zone. Touchdown for Bayport. Good play call there. Touchdown for the Pirates. Plummer keeps it and untouched into the end zone. Good replay there, Robert. That was a pretty good call by the announcer, too.
Yep.
Extra point is up and good by Heim. Heim does all the kicking, Chris. There's 2:46 left in the first quarter. South, good extended drive on their opening possession. Just were unable to stop the Pirates.
Well, we'll see how the offense responds. Like I said before, the good positive response by the coaching staff when they came off. They were very appreciative of the effort by the Red Wing boys.
Krugel had a nice return on the game-opening kickoff. Let's see if he can do that again. He's one of the deep guys. Check that, he's not back there. Ball taken at the 5-yard line. Fake reverse. Keeping it and getting knocked down was Porter Yang.
Let me ask you something, Marty. Do you have a number 25 on the South roster?
No, I don't, and I noticed that too. That person was back there.
I know they made a big stop earlier too, and now they're going into the backfield.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Kid should get some recognition, yet we don't have a name for that young man.
And they're going to be running the ball.
Oh, flags come out.
Haven't seen one yet tonight, Marty, till that one there.
Illegal substitution on South will be a 5-yard penalty.
What's wrong here?
It was an illegal substitution.
No, I mean, we had a situation where Larson was coming out, Larson's going in, Larson's coming out. And then I think Scales came out last.
Hussig remains at quarterback in the shotgun. South has 4 wide receivers, 3 of them to the right. Inside handoff, and the running back is not going anywhere.
Try to go right up against the big fella, Ramirez there. That's going to be a difficult task.
Getting off the bottom of the pile for the Pirates was Gabriel Walker. It's going to be 2nd down. And 17, a loss of 2 on that play.
And I don't like this, Marty, inside the 10.
No, definitely. Klessig rolling, and he's dropped right at the goal line. I think they're going to call the ball outside the end zone, so it'll be even deeper.
And was that one of the guys to watch tonight, Marty, number 4, Cal Verlanik?
Verlanik is a stud, according to
well, he came
Chris
through
Lehrman.
Untouched and looked like he had good size, good speed. And, oh boy.
You got a timeout on the field by South. The 2.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Carried the ball on the first time. All right, big 3rd down play coming up for South. They're at their 1-yard line. And they've got about 17 yards. No, let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 yards for a 1st down.
Well, it started with a penalty, Marty. And then that doesn't help at all. And a loss on a run and a sack. And look out, Charlie, now.
Yeah, 25 in the backfield. We don't have a name on that young man. Klessig's deep throw is caught and breaking a tackle and got to the 1st down. Colin Brennan making a great catch and running for the 1st down. Oh, man.
Why not? Why not throw it up there? Brennan adjusted back to the ball. And a 1st down again for the Red Wings, showing positive things tonight.
It's a 25-yard gain, Chris. Out pattern, catch is made by Krugel, and he gets it out to about the 33.
Nice little play there. Kind of run your receiver in. Kind of brush your receiver back behind. Krugel did. Klessing doesn't need a lot of time there. Delivers a nice throw. And Krugel with a positive gain.
He's 2nd down and 5.
Use the talent and the athletes you have, and that's what South's doing right now.
Fake handoff. Klessig keeps it, gets it out to about the 34. Be short of a 1st down.
Yeah, but a nice game, nice idea again. Another good play call.
It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You know, there was a hole there, a small hole or a seam, and good job there by Trey to run through there. See if you have a little more magic in you. Need just a shorter one here, just 3 or 4 yards.
Rolling.
Who is that guy?
That's going to be a penalty on Verlonic with a shot to the head.
That's a tough call for him because Klessing ducked. And that's what I think they're discussing.
Personal foul, shot to the head on Bayport. Let's see where they marked that penalty from. I would think it'd be an automatic 1st down.
It is, and that'll be the quarter.
And we are at the end of 1 quarter of play with Bayport up 7-0. South standing tall tonight.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Boy, you know, they never switch sides of the field, Chris.
No. What are we doing here?
Yeah, don't you normally switch sides?
What's going on here? Why did they switch sides? Oh, they gotta have an untimed down, Marty, because a penalty on the last play of the quarter.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I got room on my sheet. We'll put it in the 1st quarter. Klessig looking at his sheet. Krugel in motion. Pardon me. And coming through and ripping him down is Jaden Montgomery. Boy, he came like a streak through there.
Yeah, he's just a freshman, Marty, and he's barking at South. Not very kind there, but just a freshman, number 9. You're right, he went right through there.
The ball is spotted on the 32-yard line. It's a loss of 9.
So that'll leave it. 2nd down.
Hey, going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you. Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of there.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection.
Yeah, back at South High School, just getting ready to start 2nd quarter action. Looked like they spotted it on the 32 at the other end, but on this end they spotted it at the 33. So it's going to be about 18 yards from a 1st down, but it is 2nd down, so they've got a couple of opportunities.
I was watching Bayport on that series, Marty. They're really starting to go after and send blitzes from different directions. Also, they're following the men in motion for South, manning up. And so if somebody moves, there's somebody coming across the line. It's very difficult for those guys to break away or get any open area.
Plessick, the old left-hander, throws it to Brennan, who can't come up with the catch. On the defense was Sam Salami.
Good coverage, but Brennan got a breakaway and then kind of, and he's whining a little bit too. He did that on the punt. He's whining again now. And he's got to forget about that one. And that one he could have got. He kind of cut his route a little short, thinking the ball was going to be shorter than it was. And
actually, you know, if it would have let him, he could have beaten, could have made the catch without the defender being in the way.
Another basic cover 2 for Bayport.
Brennan not able to make the catch and kind of pays the price for it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was just a straight drop, and there's talk again going on amongst the boys.
Be 4th down for the Red Wings. See if they can do a better job of protecting their punter. Brennan took a shot on the last incomplete pass, and now he's got a punt again, and he took a shot on his first punt attempt.
They're one short of guys. Somebody's not out there. Two guys
they
aren't
sent 2 guys.
No, we don't know.
See if they can get the punt off in time.
Wow, I can't believe there's not too much time, and it's a trouble in paradise.
Get the punt off.
And illegal.
Too much pressure, and he's hit for a loss back to the 25.
And somebody wasn't out there. That's going to go against South. Not enough guys on the line. Motion.
Oh boy. South Bayport is going to have it in great field position, Chris, right at the 25-yard line.
See, that's the stuff you just can't have happen. It's not.
They had issues on the first punt. They had issues on the second punt getting the team out there. And then, of course, the sack on the punt attempt. Brennan is on the sideline, Chris. He's not 100%. Gash right up the middle, gets it to about the 17-yard line. Picks up a nice gain.
No pun needed there, Marty. Gashing the Red Wings. Very quick to the hole, Marty.
Yes, he is. He's got good quickness.
And identifies the openings.
Plummer over the middle. He's got his wide receiver, Weber, and he's close to the end zone. Didn't quite get in.
That young man's got to stretch for it. Do you want it? Do you think you're going to get it now? There's the replay. He's put the ball over, but a little bit short.
Yeah, it's a 16-yard pickup. It's going to be 1st and goal.
For that power again, Marty.
Yeah, hand off to Gash. He's in, touchdown off right tackle. Not to be denied. We're going to see it. Nope, maybe not. But touchdown for Bayport. Still 10:51 left in the first half.
And that one was way too easy, Marty. Just 55 seconds on that.
Yeah, when you give them the ball on the 25, it makes it awfully tough. 3-yard drive goes for 25 yards. Extra point by Heim is good. I can imagine that Coach Westerman was not very happy with his defense in that first quarter on that 24-yard pickup.
Yeah, big plays. I mean, there's been some positive things by the Red Wings, but unfortunately, you know, when you're nailed down to your one, you got to go 99 yards, and that's a difficult task. And twice already, we've seen some, you know, pushes, some yards for South. I mean, we've got to have 60, 70 yards of offense already. But you can't find yourself on the goal line and expect things to be successful. And talked a little bit about Josh Govek. Josh Govek, number 24 for South. Excellent basketball player. He's got a grade 3 shoulder separation. He's out 68 weeks and probably won't be back to the basketball season, Marty.
Well, that is unfortunate. Be another Brad Davidson. The ball picked up at the 4-yard line and must have stepped out of bounds, and
took the official a while to figure that one out. But
yeah.
Now this is, again, the parts that you just, here we are, we're back on the 4. Very difficult for...
they're going to spot it on the 5, but the point is they are awfully far back, 95 yards from pay dirt.
Yeah.
So it's hard to drive the ball on Bayport the way it is, and then to try and go 95 yards is a lot to ask.
It's hard to drive 95 yards against anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Even the Bears. Flessig remains at quarterback. Left-hander throws a little sidearm action. He had his receiver, Elliot Pethon, but he gets hammered down. A loss of 2. Second down and 12. Nice pass. Brennan has it. He gets tripped up just short of the first down at about the 14.5-yard line.
Yeah. Bayport playing a little deeper. So throw something inside. Good call. Good catch by Brennan this time.
It's going to be second down and 1. Make it third down and 1. Fake inside handoff. Wide receiver cutting across. Makes the catch. Nick Larson on a great catch. He was hit hard, but hung on.
Logan Giesler almost with the pick. Read the play. Jumped the route, but missed it. But again, you're right, Marty. Big hit. But a nice catch by Larson. 6'2" senior. First down, Red Wings.
Back-to-back 9-yard receptions makes it first and 10. Flag on the snap. Somebody was probably lined up offside.
Not. I think two guys are moving at the same time, Marty. Boy, positive, but the negatives just put them in trouble.
Okay, it's still his first down, but now it's first and 15. Plessig, it's a good throw, but only for about a 2-yard gain.
I think it was Pethin on the catch, Marty.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Well, Trey's got to get the ball out quick, Marty, and he's doing that. The negative part about that is your receivers can't get down the field very much. And with the quickness and speed of Bayport, it's tough to get big gainers that way.
Yeah, exactly. You're right there, Chris. Lessig passes through the arms of the receiver. Porter Yang was the intended receiver.
And I like that pass too. That was not a bad play. There's no reason you can't just take a 5-yard and turn around and deliver the ball there. Porter just didn't catch that one, Porter Yang. Porter just a sophomore. And good positive encouragement by the staff talking to Porter on the sideline. See the ball in, then work your way up the field.
Good snap, Klessig. Oh, right between his receivers, and there were 2 defenders for Bayport, and neither one of those could get the pass in. They both had a hand on it. Good fortune for South that time. Again, the punt almost blocked. Klessig gets it away, and he gets a very nice roll picked up at the 42. Gash jitterbugging, breaks through the crowd. He's up over the 50, still inbounds before he's finally knocked down right near the 40-yard line. We got 7:58 left until halftime.
Well, good job by Gash there to elude tacklers. Unfortunately, one of them was cheating.
We have a flag on the field, Chris?
Yep, legal use of the hands against the Pirates, so that'll be a spot foul, so they should start around midfield, Marty. Inside the 50, call it the 49 of South. 8 minutes left, basically, in the first half. South just down, couple touchdowns. Showed a lot of positive things so far, Marty.
Yeah, they got to get the defense rolling, though, Chris.
Yep, they got to stop Bayport somehow, find a way.
Inside handoff to Gash. He's off right tackle again. That's how he scored the touchdown earlier in the quarter. Picks up 9 more there.
And Gash, just a junior, mentioned before, runs well. Tougher backs in the state.
Whistle on the field. Not sure what the call is here.
Now, they've done this a couple times, Marty. Well, that's good. Let's, good deal. The official called timeout so the receivers can go to the opposite side of the field that they were on. Now we're going to put it in motion. It's almost like, well, you Pirates, you're lined up wrong.
Plummer fakes. He's got his receiver out there. A great pass. And the catch was made by Cody Lindquist. Faked a little pitch out or something there, but the pass was right on the money.
Yeah, and Pethin fell down, I know that. I don't know if he had full responsibility, but that was wide open. Plummer just kind of lofted it up there. Easy catch. And once again, Bayport inside the red zone.
Yeah, 25-yard pickup too, Chris.
Oh, we got another official timeout. Why are we
Officials
constantly
talking.
having these discussions?
Breaking the action.
Well, injured player, Krugel, coming off, I'm sorry. I didn't see him on the right here.
Coming in for him is Trey Klessig. I don't know if I like to put my quarterback out there in this kind of situation.
And he gets to draw Lindquist.
Nice. Get the job done.
6'3", 200.
Gash in the backfield. Fumble. Plummer picks it up, and he's dragged down at about the 16-yard line.
We've seen that a couple times. I was watching them in warm-ups. They did that a couple times as well. Got to be a little more crisper on that if you're going to be a state champion competitor.
Nice play by Owen Case. Second down and 12. There's the handoff to Gash, and he was hit in the backfield, but they didn't wrap him up, and he gets it down just inside the 15. What could have been a 3-yard loss, he makes a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Thompson on the stop there, but he's got to, like you mentioned, wrap him up.
Fake handoff to Gash that time. Plummer rolling. He's got a receiver open, and it's a touchdown.
Wow.
Making the catch was Poggle, one of their stars. Tristan Poggle is a 6 foot, 160-pound senior, and that was pretty, Chris.
Very nice. And South, I thought, was going to deflect it, and somehow, you could see the ball delivered there. Very impressive.
Extra point is good, makes it 21-0. We have 5:51 left in the first half. Don't go too far from your TV sets at halftime, because right before the start of the second half, Chris needs a minute this week, and you don't want to miss that.
Well, you started it last week.
I don't know if anybody heard it, but yeah.
Yeah, a new thing we're going to try is we're each going to take a minute and make a comment about things. And while we do have a second tier, after 5 years, it took 1 week to knock off the #1 ranked team in the state, who's been the same for the last 5 years. Kimberly got beat on a last-second field goal. Kimberly had a 70-game win streak, Marty, which was the longest in the United States. And the Fond du Lac Cardinal knocked him off last week, like I said, with a last-second field goal. And so now Fond du Lac is ranked #1, and Kimberly is ranked #2.
Kickoff taken at the 9-yard line by the South return man. That was Yang.
I think, too, my son Tommy said something about the second longest streak in the state, 2 lost last week. Not sure who that was, but we were talking.
Kimberly was featured on NBC News with Lester Holt. He mentioned that. And of course, like you said, right away, they lost.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for them. Not for Fondy.
No. And that's the big boys. When you're playing Kimberly, that's wow.
Klessig still at quarterback. He's been there all night. We get a flag on the snap. Nothing doing there.
Run game has been basically non-existent for South, and you're going against a beast of a defensive line. And Passing game's shown some things, but just like the last series, they're going to start 5 yards back. First down, they've had issues with that. It's been 1st and 15, I believe, the last 3 consecutive series.
Don't want to be getting those penalties. It's hard enough to gain yardage against this big defensive unit from Bayport. Put yourselves 5 more yards back. It just opens up more options for that defense. They've been sending linebackers throughout the first half. Nice little pass and catch that time to Porter Yang.
There you go. That encouragement before from the coaching staff. This time he stayed home, made the catch, eluded the tackler. No, seen some weakness there by the corner play by the Bayport Pirates today. One place you can attack a little bit.
Second down and about 6 or 7 yards. Finally, they get set. Plessig takes a low snap, gets drilled as he releases the ball, and it's incomplete.
Well, they sent 2 outside rushers, Marty.
And one of them got there.
Just before the other one. And that was a 2 outside stunt.
Plessig takes a low snap, gets drilled as he releases the ball, and it's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And where are they coming from, boys?
Yeah, exactly. Where are they coming from? Another low snap. Plessig zigzagging. He gets hit as he's trying to throw it. They're going to claim it was a fumble. And they're still running with it. Good run that time after the pickup of the fumble by Mars McGriff. And Bayport's going to have it deep.
Verlanek was there, I know. Number 4. But Mars McGriff was the one who picked it up and took the fumble.
Ball is spotted on the 25-yard line again, deep in South territory is Bayport. Plummer with Gash alongside of him. Inside handoff to Isaiah. We get a flag right in the middle of the action, Chris. It usually indicates holding. And they're splitting up the, whoever wanted to fight Dalen Danforth, you may want to rethink that. 285, he's a pretty big boy. And it is against Bayport.
Well, they haven't had a penalty like this, Marty.
They had one early, Chris, in the first quarter.
I know they had a personal foul, but I don't remember. Did they have a holding penalty or a procedure party? Procedure penalty?
No, I don't think they've had any of those.
As the P's are trying to roll off my tongue.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 20. We have 3:55 and counting in the second quarter.
See if they get some of it back with Gash. Yeah.
Up the middle. Picks up a pretty good chunk of yardage on that carry. It'll be 2nd down. Ball spotted on the 28-yard line. Wide receivers left and right. You know, that left wide receiver moves into a tight end spot. And it's going to be illegal procedure. Snap was a little slow coming.
Again. And it was low. It was a one-hopper.
kind of shooting themselves in the foot this possession. See if South can. It's going to be 2nd down and 18. Ball spotted on the 33. Gash still in the backfield along with the Plummer. Inside handoff to Gash. Gets it back to just about where they had it prior to the penalty.
I think Grunau, number 53, on the stop for the Red Wings. Number 53, 6'1" senior, Ezekiel Grunwald. As Marty mentioned, 3rd and bunch here. Watch them to go to number 1. Lindquist, he's down here. Let's see where, if they're looking that way. They are.
Pass over the middle. Catch is made. Stopped at the 21-yard line. Is that Weber?
Yeah, I think he used Weber again. He was looking there, cut it out, but tell you what, Bayport's going to go for it here. Just under 2 minutes left in the half. Let's see if South can get one more stop.
Ball spotted on the 21-yard line.
Watch number 1, Lindquist on your left, Marty. He's now in motion. And Bayport trying to get South to jump, but instead call timeout.
Call a timeout there. Talk about it. Hey, Chris, see what they want to do.
Well, next week we're back here, Marty.
Yeah, Pulaski.
Yep, I won't be here, Marty, so you have to find a good person. But then that next week, South travels over to North, so September 7th, we're going to have the North-South game. Real early in the year, but I guess that's...
Take what you can get, eh?
The 4th of the season already. Kind of a strange schedule for South. They have 2 home games and 2 more road games, a home, and then 2 road. I know North will be home the last 3 weeks. North-South game this year, as I just mentioned, at North, September 7th, 7 o'clock. High schools will have all their 4 games in before the Packers have 1.
Preseason don't count, right?
Right.
Plummer being rushed hard. He cuts back. He got a 1st down, and he's going to get knocked down right about the 10-yard line. What a run by Jake Plummer.
2 South kids down. Had chances at Plummer, but he eluded them both. And as Jake Plummer, Jake the Snake as they used to call him, played in the NFL. This is Jake Plummer of Bayport. Slithered his way for a 1st down.
Ball spotted on the 11-yard line. Chris, that was a 10-yard pickup on that run. Gash inside. He burst through off a left tackle that time for a touchdown. We get a late flag. I'm sure there's talking going on in the line, Chris. And 1 South player is down. Let's see what happens in there. Gash inside. He burst through. I think Lane Thompson was the South player that was down.
Personal foul against South.
They must have been doing the talking.
Was it? But it was after the
score,
so it's on the kick, I believe. Yep, and then it's on the kickoff. They'll take the penalty. That was a big hole, and quick through it.
Yeah. Got Isaiah Gash with 45 yards this quarter, Chris, on 7 carries. That last touchdown run was his longest. Extra point by Heim is good. That makes it 28-0 with 1:06 left.
I've mentioned a number of times tonight, Marty. I think we've seen some good things from South. Just a few missed tackles that they got to improve on a little bit in the second half, but we've seen the offense move the ball a little bit.
The passing game looks to be pretty effective, actually,
Yeah.
if their line can hold up with the blocking part.
Yep, and Krugel gets the ball out quick.
Klessing.
I mean, you're right. Trey Klessing gets the ball out quick, which is...
well, you know, part of the reason why, not just because he's getting rushed.
Uh-oh.
He's a quick left-hander.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say left-handed.
He does not remind me of Bobby Douglas.
Now the return group here should, be up about the 25. Yep, they are.
All a result of that penalty. The penalty was on Bayport. I think you, right?
Yep.
You had said, I thought I heard you say South, but
No.
definitely on Bayport.
Yep.
A little too much squawking after the score. Line drive kick.
Gotta go out.
Gonna go out of bounds.
Okay, so this should be taken on with the penalty. It's not the 40. It should be at the 50, I believe, or the 45. I think it's the 50.
Because of the penalty.
Yeah.
It's moved up.
I believe. Yeah. The 50-yard line.
Yeah, that's what they're pointing at, the 50-yard line. You're right, Chris. I think you could look for another job. You could be a football official.
I do enough jobs. And all of them just average.
South lining up. Brennan is the wide guy at the bottom of your screen. You can just see the top of his helmet. Klessig still at quarterback. Alongside of him is Jackson Wolf. Inside handoff. Wolf is going to get stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
Come on. 56 seconds left. Got 2 timeouts left. Get lined up.
And they're set to go.
Brennan was like over the line with his helmet.
Oh, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Lars Krugel. I have Klessig 5 for 9 in the second quarter, and he started off the quarter, Chris, 4 for 4. Brennan doing the out, and a little push by the defensive back is going to be called.
You can't do that.
It was an innocent push, but Sam Salami is going to get called for it.
Yeah, that's what we've mentioned. That's seems to be a little bit of a weakness for Bayport. If they don't have a lot, and I'm not saying it's horrible, but if there's a place for you to take advantage of it, it looks like the South Red Wing receivers are doing a nice job against their corners.
33.8 seconds left. I think South has 2 timeouts remaining.
They do.
Ball is on the 36. Got a chance. Klessig.
Oh my.
Boy.
A lot of stuff was going on there except for the ball.
And Bayport was sending one of their, looked like a DB, Monty Wendricks, coming off the left corner defensively.
I don't know what was worse there. Is the South guys were all moving. Some of them were moving, but Bayport was offside too because the ball never moved. But obviously a simple call there. And again, an unfortunate penalty for South. Here they come.
Klessig rolling. Has his receiver coming back the other way, Klessig, but good job defensively to keep Krugel from breaking it.
And he got
Clock
rid of
running, but they called timeout.
And he got rid of it just in time, too, because they're about to lay the wood on Trey. We have a 2nd and 10. The problem is the clock. We only have 24 seconds left, and we're still 36 yards away from pay dirt.
I like the idea of the play, Chris.
Yep.
You know, rolling to the left, throwing to a receiver, and then hope he can break a tackle or two coming back to the right. And it was wide open over there if you'd have got loose.
Yep. Seen a lot of good play calls and seen a lot of good things by the air attack of the Red Wings tonight. They just always find themselves starting in poor field position, and this time they get good field position, except the clock's against them.
Yeah, we got 2nd down and 10, ball back at the 36. That was a 5-yard completion. Krugel is the slot on the left side. Brennan is wide left. Good snap that time. Klessig deep.
Got him.
Got Krugel, makes the catch, and he's thrown out of bounds or run out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah,
great pass and catch.
Yeah, just one of your wheel routes, Marty, and he was there. And a good job also of getting out of bounds, because now you have 18.4 seconds left. You're inside the red zone, but you still have a timeout. You have one timeout left in your pocket. I know the scoreboard says
burst through.
No, that's correct. One is left. One left for the Red Wings. It's up there, too.
21-yard play.
Oh,
bad
no.
snap. Klessig's got it going to the end zone and way over. Probably a good decision that time to get rid of it.
Great call, Marty. Absolutely. Once that ball hit the turf, you know the Pirates are coming. Try to give Colin a chance there, but when you look down there, there was 2 defenders. Best chance you got here now is if you could get one of your receivers possibly, you know, to get to the opposite end. So like Krugel now is starting on the right side. If you could drag him somehow back across the left, maybe you can get in there.
Good snap. Klessig's pass to the outside is way over the head. And we got 7.8 seconds left. That's a dangerous pass, Chris.
Yeah, or you can send 2 receivers and have them do out patterns to the right.
Third down, 7.8 seconds left. They might be able to get 2 more plays in.
Yeah.
Wolf still in the backfield with Klessig. Krugel and Brennan are going to be wide to the right this time, same as they were last play. Klessig talking to Coach Harden, wanting to find out what he wants him to do. What the line has to do is block. They're sending linebackers through there. Pass goes incomplete.
Well,
getting through and knocking Klessig down was Gabe Walker.
Good job there, South. They kept a couple extra guys in. And I think they're going to try a field goal. No, I don't know. Yep, they're going to try a field goal, Marty.
3.9 seconds left. Coming in to kick is number 71. We don't have a name on that gentleman. Hallie Bolt is on the roster. She's number 26, and she did a lot of kicking last year, I think at the JV or freshman level. I think I see her on the sideline, Chris. So I don't know who 71 is. Who's 71, Phil?
We don't know.
They're looking it up.
Well, just your basic 31-yard field goal, Marty.
Yeah, not a problem. Snap is good. The set is down, but it's blocked. And that's the half. Half ends on a blocked field goal attempt. And we are at halftime with Bayport up 28-0. Like we mentioned earlier, don't go too far from your TV sets. Chris needs a minute right after the half.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just...
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Living near the water, it's a dream come true for many, except when there's flooding or a hurricane. That's why people who live near lakes and rivers, by the ocean and bayside, are working with their local planners to make sure that protection from all sorts of natural disasters is part of the planning process. Learn more at planning.org. That's planning.org.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at grads.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
to always buckle my seatbelt. And to follow the swimming rules. You're always looking out for me and trying to keep me safe.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer? Here in the garage.
Closet? Shoebox under the bed. Where anyone can get to it. How safe is that?
How safe is that?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. If you own a firearm and are not using it, please be responsible and be sure that it's stored in a safe place. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late...
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new. Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened? Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Food. It nourishes, brings us together, and adds flavor to life. That's why it's important to wash hands, surfaces, and fresh produce. Keep raw meat, poultry, and seafood separate from ready-to-eat foods like fruits and vegetables. And cook to proper temperatures using a food thermometer. Enjoy! And refrigerate leftovers within 2 hours. For more tips on safely preparing foods, visit homefoodsafety.org.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
listen now. Can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now. Can you feel the sun?
Here we are, 2013. We all depend on technology to communicate, to bank, and none of us know how to read and write code.
The first program I wrote asked things like, what's your favorite color? Or how old are you?
I wrote a program to play tic-tac-toe.
I first learned how to make a green circle and a red square appear on the screen.
You're just trying to make something, trying to transfer something from your mind to the computer or to a tablet. It's an experience.
The whole limit in the system is just that there just aren't enough people who are trained and have these skills today.
The programmers of tomorrow are the wizards of the future. You know, you're going to look like you have magic powers compared to everybody else.
Great coders are today's rock stars. That's it.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts.
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
WSCS Sports is going to try something new this season. Our relative topics of interest will be presented for the viewers to consider. Last week I had the first Marty Needs a Minute. This week, Chris is going to do Chris Needs a Minute. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. What a run. Catching lightning in a bottle. Getting hot at the right time. Peaking as the season is coming to an end. These are cliches you hear in sports from time to time. And from Marty and I. But this time, these phrases can be used to describe the 2018 Summer Sheboygan Legion baseball team, as they got hot at the right time and led an incredible journey to a state Legion baseball championship and a trip to the Great Lakes Regional in Toledo, Ohio. You're talking about a team on July 4th that was just under 500 in wins and losses and turned things around. After winning a few games, the Sheboygan Legion team hosted the regional and were most likely seated third in a four-team regional here in Sheboygan. But they upset state-ranked teams Green Bay and De Pere, and it was off to state. Once at state, again, Sheboygan was the underdog. Maybe a 7th seed in an 8-team state tournament. But all this team did was keep on winning and got all the way to championship night and faced the #1 ranked team in state, Eau Claire. Because it was a double elimination tournament, Eau Claire had to beat Sheboygan twice. Well, in that first game, Eau Claire clobbered Sheboygan 11-0. But did Sheboygan boys give up? No. They bounced back and took the nightcap and claimed a state title. It was then off to the Legion Baseball Regionals, where we said was held in Toledo, Ohio, and they faced the Ohio State champs. And once again, surprised those Ohio kids and beat them 7-6. Sheboygan would go on to win just one more game in Toledo, but finished in a tie for first, which is such a great accomplishment. Congratulations, boys, on a job well done. And as the cliches say, it just goes to show you, you never know until you play the game. And one final thing, Marty, Trey Klessing and Lars Kruger were two of those members of that team.
Yeah, it's a combined team, north and south. Every once in a while we'll get a kid from Lutheran or Christian, but it was all Sheboygan Public Schools with that team. And good job by Steve Goes to lead that team as their head coach. Took over for you at North.
Yep.
All right, let's go through some first half stats while we got a second here. A little bit on the low side for Bayport. They had 166 yards. Part of that was getting very limited action on offense in the first quarter with South controlling the ball and then also having a short field several times. For South, they had 88 yards of total offense. 103 of those yards were through the air. Running attack was non-existent. 28-0 as we get ready to start the third quarter. Let's go quarterbacking. Plummer was 7 for 8 for 92 yards. Trey Klessig, 11 for 19 for 103 yards, like I mentioned. No interceptions, Chris.
Yeah, and good thing you mentioned, too. I mean, South did some good things, and I talked to athletic director and I guess you could say someone who helps out a little bit, Chris Hine around here. There was a lot of positive things. There's some things we got to clean up, which we'll talk about later. But South held the ball for 11 minutes and 46 seconds in that first half, which is almost half. It's like Marty mentioned, the short fields and a few mistakes really added to this 28-0 lead for Bayport.
Phil Risto provided us with some good information. Number 71 doing the kicking chores is Leo Yang. And number 25, who got a carry in the first half, was Dylan Foth. So glad to get those numbers and give those boys some recognition. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Gotta get that guy down. Great return by Cody Lindquist. Took it back about the 11-yard line or so and got it all the way over to South territory. Give him about 10, 20, 30, a 40-yard gain. Wow.
Wow.
Gotta get that guy down.
Well, he did not want to be denied or stopped.
No.
Good effort.
Marcus Fish, I think that was, made the tackle eventually. Isaiah Gash in the backfield. He had 63 yards in the first half. Plummer is back there with him. Little quarterback option. The first time we've seen that. Gash again with a nice gain.
Well, you mentioned that he had 63 yards, Marty, but he didn't have a big explosive thing. Another thing you mentioned at the half, the way we were talking, is he had a lot of carries, but he didn't really have a big run. He did have, I think you said his
11-yarder was that touchdown run.
Yeah.
South doing a pretty good job in that respect. Last year, if I remember correctly, a lot of big plays off the defense.
Penalty.
Plummer right over the middle. He's got his receiver, Lindquist, and he's knocked down at the 5, but what a catch. But Chris mentioned there is a flag in the backfield that may be coming back.
Great play, pass and catch. Nice. Wow.
Gotta get that guy down. Great return. That was a kickoff.
Good pass and catch there. I'll tell you that Lindquist is tough too. He is a senior.
Illegal procedure on Bayport, Chris. So what ended up being about a 40-yard reception is going to come back. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Right, wind the clock. Early in the second half, it's 10:57 and counting. Still 2nd down. Gash in the backfield with Plummer. The way it's been all night. Plummer takes it out of Gash's hand and keeps it, and he lunges forward close to the 1st down. Plummer with a nice run. He finished with only 6 yards in the first half, Chris.
He just tucked it under and forward he went, keeping those legs nice and low and charging forward.
Picks up 8 on that. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 39. Wide receivers left and right. Lindquist, the tall wide receiver, off to the left. Can't see him in that shot. Gash.
Nice.
Got thrown back, but he stayed on his feet, and he's through the defense. This could be a long one, Chris. Swipe at him, couldn't get him there, and he's knocked out of bounds by Krugel at about the 5-yard line, but a big gainer that time.
Wow, one of my notes here for South is you got to clean up your tackling. You have some good tackling, but you got to do it all the time, and that was obviously the case. You had him.
Shot.
Look at this.
Gash,
He's all bottled up.
Got thrown back, but he stayed on his feet, and he's through the defense. This could be a long one, Chris. Swipe at him, couldn't get him there, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Too many times.
Yeah, he's slippery, that's for sure. Lindquist, Gash up the middle, diving towards the end zone. He's going to be marked down just outside the goal. Well, he had 63 yards in the first half. He already has 45 here in the second.
That was a 34-yarder, huh?
Yes, so I got it at 34.
Gash is in.
Yeah, he's in. Just got in. Another touchdown. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, if the extra point is good, it's a running clock?
Yep. Boy, and you had him.
Yeah, they had him bottled up. He just and they hit him solid, you know, and he bounced back, but he was able to hold his feet and busted the long one. And the extra point is good, like we mentioned, and that threshold of 35 points is reached by Bayport. It's now going to be, for the rest of the half, a running clock.
Yeah, it'll be a running clock except for scores, Marty.
Okay. Gash has 3 touchdowns on the night, and he's up over 100 yards rushing. ...108 yards.
I wonder if we'll see him anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Well,
that'd be an opportunity to get some of the other kids in. You're right.
What'd you say? There was 70 kids on Bayport.
They're not all going to play tonight.
Yeah, and there's 39 on South. You look across the sidelines. It's like preseason NFL. There's a lot of guys on this other side.
Yeah, exactly. You got that right. Austin Heim doing the kicking for Bayport.
And most of them are juniors and seniors. Very few underclassmen.
Yeah, Dylan Foth didn't get the kick that time. And getting knocked out of bounds is Porter Yang. Got it up near the 20. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Wings. Chris mentioned earlier our next game is next Thursday night, right back here at South. They play Pulaski. It's not going to be much of a game to watch. Chris will be gone.
Pulaski beat Green Bay Southwest a week ago. Again, don't look at the clock. Just keep making improvements. Coaching staff, let's see some good things. There
Wolf
we go.
Through the line and has some positive yardage. He had a rough go of it in the first half.
Still the first stringers out there for Bayport. See the big fella, Jose Ramirez, all 370 pounds. Number 79, junior.
Really?
Junior.
Second down and 2. That was the first run in a long time, and Wolf struggling forward. Depends on the spot. I think they got him measured over to the 30-yard line. That'll make it a first down. Good hard run that time by Jackson Wolf. They abandoned the running game, Chris, in that second quarter.
That was a tough go of it for them.
Yeah, for sure. Blessig rolling left, throws. He's got his wide receiver. Making the catch was Krugel.
Again,
second down, only about a 3-yard pickup.
Blessing getting the ball out quickly. Positive yards. Mentioned a very young offensive line.
A quick out, thrown behind the wide receiver. Not able to make the catch that time was Brennan. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. The thing with these 3rd down plays, when you get up to the 7-yard mark or even 4 or 5, you know, it's hard for them to run the ball that far. So it takes away the running game. You know they're going to pass, and that's when Bayport likes to send their linebackers.
Yep.
Blessed looking. He's got a wide receiver over the middle. Was off the hands of Krugel, and then it's picked off by Bayport. And making that interception was Logan Geisler. First interception of the night for Klessig. And another short field for the Pirates, Chris.
Yep, we're under 6 minutes.
Ball is spotted on the 25-yard line. Plummer and Gash still in there. Lindquist in motion. They wanted to throw the screen to him, but it was covered up nicely. And Plummer had to tuck it in and run. Good defensive play there. I didn't catch the number of the South kid that roamed out there with Lindquist. It's about a 5-yard run, though, by Plummer. Good improvisation by him. Full house backfield. Inside handoff, but ripped down was the ball carrier. Making that stop for South was Josiah Klunk. The carrier was Carter Zolaki. Getting some of those other kids in there now, Chris.
Yeah, but Gash is in there, Lindquist is in there, Weber's in there.
Gash up the middle, struggling forward. He gets down to about the 15-yard line. And I think he's got enough for the first down. Depends on the spot again. And it is a first down. They spot the ball right on the 15-yard line. Makes it a 4-yard pickup. Klunk back in the backfield. Hand off to him. He gets swallowed. No, it's a option play. Gash. That time he got into the end zone leaning forward. It's a 15-yard run for him, and he's on the loose, Chris.
His 4th touchdown of the night.
You know, one of the things we didn't talk about, Chris, but I think it's rearing its ugly head now, is the size of Bayport is just wearing down the Red Wings.
Absolutely. Something we feared in the opening. And again, a short field. Been kind of the case the whole night. And Pirates take advantage of it. And by the looks of these extra points, they got a kicker, too, if they need one. He doesn't just barely make it over the uprights.
You got that right, son. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that last week when we had the KLC Cedar Grove game, and you and I both think the same way in that regard. You've got a big advantage when you got a kicker.
Yep.
It provides you with a lot more options. And it just goes to show you don't want to give Bayport a short field. 3:29 remaining in the third quarter. The clock is stopped, like Chris had mentioned, on touchdowns, or scores, I should say. There, we got a shot of the moon by Richard. Good shot, guys. Greg Zablocki on the field camera. Richard Bartson up on top. Robert Ingram, our director tonight. Chris Wright, colorman, and I'm Mike Martin doing the play-by-play. We enjoy bringing these games to you.
Yes.
Can't express that enough. Kick is deep, taken at about the 9-yard line by Porter Yang. He leans forward over the 20. And a little extra action down there on the sideline, but no flag by the official. A good no call, don't you think, Chris?
Yep, absolutely.
Chris doesn't like penalties. Ball spotted on the 23-yard line. Owen Case in the line there. Castaneda, Bennett, Butcher. Pass over the middle, right to the defensive back, and again.
Same guy.
Yeah, same guy. That was number 24, Logan Geisler on the interception. That one was a little easier, Chris. Oh, boy.
And now the ball again is on the 20. Oh.
Another short field for the Bayport Pirates. Ay, ay, ay.
And what do we got out here? Should be new guys, Marty.
Lindquist is still out at wide receiver, but checking in at quarterback is Andrew Thomas. I watched him a little bit in warm-ups, Chris. He's got a pretty good arm, too. Little halfback option, pitches it back to the running back, Carter Zalaki. And he has a pretty nice gain. First down.
Better than the last time he carried it. He got popped by the Red Wings.
Right. Give him about a 7-yard pickup on that play. Rolling down to 1:15 left in the third quarter. Another halfback option coming this way, and a good stop made that time. Making a tackle for South was Elliot Pethon. Third down, maybe a gain of 1.
Under 30 seconds when this play goes off.
Thomas. A bit of a draw play. The carrier that time was Grabowski. And clock is running. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. And it was a first down run. And that is the end of the third quarter with Bayport on top, 42-0.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I bought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Back at South High School, where the Red Wings have turned it over twice in the third quarter, and now are looking at I believe it's going to be a 1st and goal, Chris. Ball spotted right on the 10-yard line for Bayport.
Yep, the chain gang has got the stuff down. Officials asking for the South defense to report.
Ezekiel Gruno checking in there along with Jonathan Hang. Nicholas Bennett going both ways out there. I got a feeling they're going to keep it on the ground. Thomas at quarterback, replacing Plummer, who had a great night. And Thomas keeps it, pulled it out of the ball carrier's arms, and then ran it right up the middle for a 10-yard score. Good play by him. Another touchdown for Bayport.
Well, as good as things were in the first half, not so good here in the second half for South.
No, not at all.
They've had the ball twice, 2 interceptions, and just running out of gas, I think, Marty.
Yes, I agree with you totally.
You said that before.
See that a lot with Wisconsin Badgers and their big offensive line. You know, and they rotate guys in besides that, and then what happens is by about the third and fourth quarter, all of a sudden they're starting to open up holes, and that's what's happening here at the South High. That extra point was good, makes it 49-0, 11:53 left.
Yeah, you mentioned the Badgers. They're on the Sports Illustrated cover. The offensive line, it potentially has 3 All-Americans, and how they eat at Red Robin Hamburger Place, and tons of hamburgers and fries.
Healthy food, huh, Chris?
Well, they're packing on their newts. But part of the deal is that they all get along so well.
Yes.
And it's a weekly tradition, and
there's a kid, is it from one of the Green Bay schools, is in as a freshman. He should get playing time this year in the offensive line. He's not listed as a starter. Vandenhoven or
Yep.
One of those kinds of names.
Yep.
Porter Yang and Dylan Foth back deep for the Red Wings. Low line drive kick is going to go out of bounds again.
Well, let's try to get an 11-minute, 53-second drive and put some points on the board here.
Right. Don't give those guys another chance.
Remember what you did well in the first half, Trey.
I like the way they started off that third quarter, first possession, running the ball a little bit.
Fresh white jerseys on defense.
Yeah, all right.
But if this is on South, this is one of my points of emphasis for them.
Offside on South. Come on, guys. Better than that.
Yep. First down penalties is one of my points of emphasis.
They've done that frequently tonight.
At least a handful.
Yes.
Which would be 5. First and 15, we've mentioned this before.
Let's take a handoff to Wolf, and he lunges forward over the 30-yard line. Not much of a gain, but it is positive yardage. Pickup of about 2. Klessig, quick pass to Brennan. He catches it. He's on the loose and runs out of bounds at the 49.
Some people might think there's a penalty there, but that was legit. Tackle him in bounds, and just all the weight carried towards the cheerleaders, which, by the way, is an outstanding group, state caliber.
18-yard pickup on that pass completion, Chris. That was the first catch for Brennan in quite a while. Had him for 3 catches in the first half. And 2 of those came in the first quarter. He had 1 in the second. Now what do we got? Oh, man alive. Did you see what the call was, Chris?
I did not. But it's a big one.
15 yards. Oh, he's going to signal it right now. It's probably unsportsmanlike. If it's going to be a 15-yarder, it's going to be 1st and 25. Ay, ay, ay.
Jeez.
Well, ball is spotted on the 35. Quick out. The defensive back timed it pretty good, but just couldn't quite catch it. It's going to be 2nd down and 25.
Pethin, the intended receiver. Marty's right. Number 38 there, Miller, had a better shot at it.
Klessig looking, going deep. Brennan couldn't make the grab.
Another flag down, Marty.
It's in the backfield. It could be, let's wait and see what they say. Personal foul on Bayport.
Let's go back to where we started.
The only difference from starting in the same spot is they do lose a down. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Oh, they're giving them a first. That's not right. It can't be. What? Okay. First down.
1st and 10.
There's an opening there.
Yeah.
Jackson Wolf, the junior.
Boy, some action downfield. Wolf got it down to the 44. It was a 6-yard pickup. Wolf finished the first half in negative yardage. He's got positive yardage now, rushing the ball. Another inside handoff. Wolf falling forward. He's going to be short of the first down. Wolf with another carry. It's going to be 4th. They get a bad spot there. It's going to be 4th and 2.
Nope, 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That's right.
They gave him that first down. We're about 7 minutes left. 2 chances to get 2 yards.
Wolf, fake handoff to him. Klessig carrying it on a sweep. Puts his head down and barrels out of bounds at about the 36. It'll be a 1st down South. Good run by Trey Klessig, Chris. A little more extracurricular action on the sideline. Throw a flag or not? Ball is being spotted on the 36. That gives Klessig a 6-yard gain.
Personal foul. Yep, it's
man life. So instead of a 1st and 10 at the 36, it's going to be a 1st and a bunch.
25 again, Marty. And we're about back where we started this possession.
First and 25, ball on the 49-yard line on south side of the field. Klessig picks it up, throws the out, It's got Pet on, and it's only going to be about a yard or two. It's a long pass, Chris. Got to have a good arm to throw that one.
Bring up about a second and 24 and a half. 23, they're calling it.
Krugel trotting over to the wide receiver spot on the right side. Brennan is wide left. Klessig's got a wide receiver, Pethon, and he couldn't come up with it. Ball was a little bit behind him, but
yeah, and he was open.
Yeah,
that was unfortunate. Good play that time.
We got 4:35 and counting. Quarters go awfully quick with a running clock. Long possession for South, but I got a lot of penalties on it. Klessig, quick one. Brennan over his head, incomplete.
I don't think he was going to get much if he caught that one anyways, Marty.
I think he might have got hurt.
For the first time in the half, South's going to punt it away.
Brennan going back to his spot to punt the ball. A lone return man for the Pirates. Not a good snap. Looked like his knee might have been down, but no call. The ball is taken at about the 15 and taken out just over the 20. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Bayport.
About a 37-yarder.
Long possession for South, but results in no points.
Yeah. Well, 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, Marty. Cost you 30 yards.
Grzybowski in the backfield, and he did not get the ball. It was Thomas again on the carry. Picks up about 7.
A couple of things I'd like to see South do is clean up their tackling. They had some good tackling, but many times today they had the Bayport runners stopped and they just could not bottle them up. They need to do that more consistency, with more consistency.
2:08 left. Looked like it was Thomas again, kept it.
Another thing South needs a little work is on their punt game, Marty. They, not having the right people out there and a couple low snaps and some things that didn't help.
Thomas piling up the yards this quarter, Chris. He's got 24 and 3 carries. Fumble, and he's going to run with it again and picks up positive yards.
Obviously, a third thing which we mentioned all night is the procedure penalties on, especially on first down. Handful of penalties that you just can't have regardless of if you're a good football team or not good football team. Way too many penalties, so you got to clean that up as well.
Clock running. Hand off to the running back, getting it up to the 50-yard line was Tyler Schrader.
Jackson Wolf on the tackle. And the last thing I hope for South is they got to stay healthy.
Oh,
because the depth is just not there for them, and with their numbers that over a long period of the season, hopefully they'll stay healthy. And we should have like one more play, Marty.
Yeah. Clock running, 30 seconds left. Inside handoff. That was Brzezowski again on the carry, and that should do it. If they are going to let it run out, they won't run another play. There's only 5 seconds left. Final score is going to be Bayport 49, South nothing, and we got a good look at a very good football team, Chris.
Yeah, we did. There's a reason they're ranked 8th, and watch how they do in the conference as well, and work on those things, South. There was some good things in the first half. Work on that, and good luck against Pulaski next week.
Chris just mentioned it, Thursday, August 30th, we'll be right back here when South hosts Pulaski. We want to thank the crew for the great job they did. Thank Chris Hine, the AD here at South, for his help also. And we look forward to bringing you next week's game. For my partner, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.
Once again, drive home safely.